Hello, welcome to Constitution Monday with Monday. The 22nd Amendment, ratified in 1951, limits the President of the United States to 2 terms in office. It was born out of a desire to preserve the balance of power and prevent the rise of a political figure who could dominate government for too long. From a constitutionalist perspective, this amendment reflects one of the core principles of the American Republic, that no person should hold too much power for too long, and that leadership in a free nation must always remain accountable to the people. Historical background. The Constitution originally set no term limits for the presidency. George Washington established a powerful precedent by voluntarily stepping down after 2 terms in 1797, setting an example of peaceful transfer of power. Every president after him respected this tradition, until Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was elected 4 times, 1932, 1936, 1940, and 1944. FDR's extended tenure alarmed many Americans who saw it as a dangerous concentration of power, even if achieved through elections. What the amendment says. The 22nd Amendment states, "No person shall be elected to the office of the President more than twice. If someone serves more than 2 years of another president's term, for example, through succession, they may only be elected once more." This ensures that no president can serve more than about 10 years total under any circumstances. Importance to a constitutional republic. Limiting power. The amendment reaffirms the founders' principle that political power should be temporary and accountable, not permanent. It prevents the executive branch from growing too dominant and keeps the presidency from becoming a lifelong position. Preserving balance among branches. A republic functions best when each branch of government remains distinct and balanced. Term limits prevent a president from consolidating influence over Congress, the courts, and the bureaucracy over decades of rule. Encouraging renewal and leadership rotation. Regular leadership changes promote fresh ideas, accountability, and humility in governance. By ensuring turnover, the amendment keeps the presidency connected to the will of the people rather than entrenched political power. Constitutional perspective. From a constitutionalist viewpoint, the 22nd Amendment is a protective measure, not an expansion of federal power. It respects the founders' distrust of unchecked authority and aligns with their emphasis on limited government. The presidency was never intended to resemble a monarchy, and term limits reinforce that distinction. It's a formal safeguard of the unwritten principle that George Washington lived out: power must never become personal. Broader impact. The amendment restored public trust in the presidency after FDR's unprecedented tenure. It has shaped how presidents govern, knowing that their time in office is finite. They must prioritize results and accountability. Some critics argue it limits voter choice, but constitutionalists often counter that it protects liberty by ensuring no individual becomes indispensable to the republic. Lessons for today. The amendment reminds us that even popular leaders should be bound by the same limits that preserve the republic. Liberty depends not on personalities, but on principles, and the principle of limited terms keeps government servants accountable. It teaches that safeguarding freedom sometimes means saying enough to power, even when exercised by those we admire. The 22nd Amendment stands as a testament to America's commitment to limited government and peaceful transfer of power. By ensuring no president can hold office indefinitely, it upholds the founders' vision of a republic where leaders serve, and then step aside. In a constitutional republic, no one is above the law, and no one is meant to rule forever. The 22nd Amendment reminds us that the strength of our system lies not in the longevity of any leader, but in the enduring principles of liberty, accountability, and self-governance. Thanks for listening. Stay informed, stay free,